All right, let's do this again. Hi, my name is Ricardo, and as you can see, as my shirt says, I'm the best dad in the galaxy. We're just days away from Father's Day, and well, yeah, I look nice, look scruffy and stuff. I'm heading to the barber, and I'm just about, what you call it, I think I'm experiencing what's called a midlife crisis. I know it's issues like this we don't like to speak about as men, but I think I'm going through a transitional phase in my life when I want to escape the traditional workforce and change some things in my life. I want to get myself back in shape and try to be as healthy as possible for my family. So if I never said it before, my name is Ricardo, and I hope that you all will basically accompany me on this journey and see what is it that we can achieve together right here. All right, so I'm back, folks. Shot should be wider now. Before I was using the wrong lens on the Blackmagic camera app. So you wouldn't believe that I'm an actual trained photographer and I do a little video. But anyway, that's to come later. So I was talking earlier on, I mentioned about going through what I consider to be somewhat of a midlife crisis. I feel like I just kind of need to re-meet myself because, to be honest, doing the same thing over and over for some time. Been doing what I do for the best part of 30 years, and I just think it's a time for a change. I'm messing around a bit with content creation. Funny enough, my career has been content creation. I've created content, but been doing it for companies for most of my work life. And now I feel for a bit of a change, and it's a bit scary, but we have to do what we have to do. There's just this thing pulling and tugging inside of me, and sometimes I wonder and question it and say, why no? Now I have 3 kids plus a wife to take care of. Why? But this pulling and tugging, let's see where it goes. Also, what do you think about the haircut? Yeah, that should have been one of the first things I should have spoken of when I came back in the frame. But as I said, there are times in our lives when there's something pulling at you and it gets to a stage that you can't ignore it anymore. There needs to be a change. There needs to be just a physical change, but a mental change. Also, possibly a career change. And that is the stage that I'm at now. And I realize that if I continue to ignore this thing, it's going to make me more and more miserable, and it will continue to pull and tear at me. And I'm sure that many of you have had the same issues. Many of you have had the same thoughts. What? Why? And you wonder why? Why now? Why is this eating at me so much? And it seriously is. And we all have the power to make the change, It's that we're afraid of change. And I just felt the necessity that I needed to start to speak about this, because far too many of us at times ignore when we get these messages sent to us, these signals, and the time is now. So that's her, just in case you wonder. Yeah, that's the wife complaining that I'm making up her face on the camera. So I'm back for a few seconds. My wife is gone on the inside, on the outside, to have some business transactions done. So I'm just taking this time to do another recording. I'm kind of getting a bit into the habit of doing this. I'm kind of enjoying those whole talking and basically, letting you know what's on my mind. Yeah, so I'm saying that, I found myself at this crossroads in life in which time has become the most valuable thing to me. And it's time with my family, time for myself, time to do the things I really want to do. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It can be a simple walk. It can be, going to the beach, because I live in Portmore. The beach is just a stone's throw away from me. Walking with my dog. We got a new dog, Phantom. It's surprisingly, I've fallen in love with this dog, and I don't necessarily like dogs. That's for another story. But I'm just saying that we just at this point in our lives and or in my life at least, that I'm looking and rethinking about stuff, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because we only live once. Here we are, currently at. You heard me talk about our new dog earlier on, so we're now trying to get some food for that dog. As I tell you, this is very unexpected. I really didn't expect to, be taking care of a dog like this. But again, that's another story. But we're trying our best now to see what we can get. I think we're going to take what size? What size? The 25 kilogram, which is 50 pounds, right? Yeah. Okay, and this lasts for some time. Kibble. Kibbles. So this has a mix of, I think that's like chicken breast, rice, some kind of peas, and this is some other red meat. Peas, those are flaxseed. Or flaxseed, and this is what? This is some meat, right? Beef. Beef, yeah. Yeah, so as I said earlier, time is the most valuable asset that I consider to be important nowadays. And this is how I find myself spending a lot of time now. What we're trying to eat? What we're looking for over there, son? No, that is not for adult. Yeah, it's just adult. This is puppy. He's just you'll see a video of him. He's just 6 months old, but he's a giant. Yeah, so we've made a decision now in terms of the food. There was a little short debate off camera. We got assistance from a gentleman. Name is Basil. When we were at Ypres, he is just outside Central Village here. Place that we normally go to get anything related to gardening, anything landscaping, or animal. I was going to say animals, but animal. Right here is the spot. Yeah, back to what I was discussing earlier. So the whole point of even this video is to really discuss having freedom and letting go of a lot of the things that I thought was important in my life. The older I get now, certain things really don't matter. What matters, as I said, is time. Spending precious time with your family, more importantly. Because at the end of the day, you're going to dedicate yourself to doing something for another. And don't get me wrong, you have very great organizations. It's great to make the sacrifice and so on. And we must work. I'm not encouraging anybody that you shouldn't work, but find ways of working that you actually enjoy. Right now, I can tell you it's the best in my life I've had, especially going on this quote-unquote social media journey. It has changed my perspective on things. It has made big changes for my family. And I'm really grateful for the position I'm in now. Didn't come overnight. But if I can encourage, especially a youngster, now, is that if you have a dream, go for that dream. Take the risk. Don't be on your deathbed, when that time comes and say, boy, I wish I had done this, I wish I had done that. And I don't mean to be careless. Don't get me wrong. Don't be careless. Don't do anything stupid. But, take that risk. Be willing to push yourself, because you have to push yourself. Things won't just come to you overnight. Work hard, but work hard at the things that make you happy. Let me get this out of your way. Come on, boy. Phantom, come on. Yes. Phantom, come. Come, let's go. He's a bit scared. The buckets were kind of blocking the way. There is. 6-month-old Mastiff. See that? Gave him a bath yesterday. See? See that? Nice addition to the family.